All right, guys, so that's it. It's a wrap.
It's done.
Season finale of Hard Knocks training camp with the Cleveland Browns. It's over.
It's done, guys. Now, this episode, you probably already knew what it was about. It's about the cuts.
All about those cuts, and they did come.
Yeah, and this year was a lot different than the past years. If you didn't know, they changed it where they don't cut people throughout a preseason. They wait until the very last game, and after that, they start doing cuts. So they had to actually cut 13 people, which we didn't see all those. We only saw pretty much the guys they followed.
So one was pretty easy. One right out the gates to open up the episode. Michael Kendricks, they talked about that.
Oh, yeah.
How he got arrested for insider trading.
Yeah, which we talked about last one. Obviously, they made. I like how they didn't really talk about it too much. It was just like right away in the first 2 minutes, and they were like, all right, we're moving on. So no need to talk about it. Obviously,
he was released. Let's talk about fan favorite here of this season.
Yes.
Kajus, tight end. I really like this kid's story. I mean, what a positive guy.
His dad, man.
It was just terrible. So he had a good preseason game.
Yeah.
He caught that 42-yard catch.
Yeah.
He eventually he did a first round conversion.
Yeah, first down conversion, yeah.
And his dad was watching. He was very happy.
Yeah.
He was obviously watching from back at his own house because he had
heart issues.
Yeah, some heart issues.
They apparently wanted to do an open heart surgery on him.
Yeah, so that was really tough to see. I mean, his dad and Kajus, they have a great bond. And, I really wanted to see him make the team.
He really progressed from episode 1 till this episode 5. His blocking is really where he needed to improve on, and he did get better at it.
Yeah, he's just got to, work on that. He's got to work on some other little mistakes. He did have 4 penalties in that preseason game.
Yeah, some holding calls, man. Some holding calls, which... I'm not trying to give him excuses, but he did hurt both of his ankles, apparently. He rolled them on one play, both his ankles. And that's hard. If you can't put pressure, that's where your blocking's from, is lower body, right? So it probably didn't make it easy because he knew he had to go back out there. But it is what it is, man. He just didn't make the cut.
I hope he makes it somewhere else because that dude was great, man.
Yeah.
And hopefully his dad, stays healthy and nothing happens to him.
You could really tell his dad really hopes to see him on a team before something serious happens.
When he was on that that Skype call or whatever with his dad, and there's a little bit of miscommunication after he was cut, and his dad thought he actually made the team.
Yes, his dad was like, "Oh, you made it!" He's like, "Well, no, I didn't make it," and his dad got it looked like he was about to cry.
Yeah, he was like,
I was like, oh, man, dude.
But, Kajus is a very positive guy. He sees everything
and he's been here before.
As an opportunity for something else.
Yeah.
So hopefully it works out for him.
Yeah.
Another cuts that I want to talk about is Nazib and Nate Orchard.
So that was kind of weird because we knew
Nazib was
Nazib, and I didn't get a notification about Orchards, but I did get a notification about Nazib, so I thought Orchard would make the team.
But Nazib, he actually made the team, right? But the Cleveland Browns ended up picking up somebody off of waivers.
They actually didn't say who it was, but they picked someone off waivers. That's what happens. Even when you make the roster, they're still looking at other teams who they cut, and maybe they want to bring that guy in.
And they both had a good showing in that preseason game, especially Nate Orchard, who had a pick 6. He ran for over 60 yards on that touchdown.
That was a great play. Teams are going to notice that. Now, Nazib did get picked up.
Yeah, by the Bucks.
Yeah, he did get claimed off waivers. Now, Orchard, I didn't hear anything about him, so we'll see what happens with him. But apparently he was with the Browns for the last 3 years. So, he's been in the league for a while, so he's got a lot of... room to go.
Another notable cut from this season that people were familiar with is the quarterback, Roback.
Roback, yeah.
He had a touchdown in that preseason game. His girlfriend was crying and everything.
She was so excited.
I like this dude. I like his attitude. This dude.
I wonder why, Josh.
This dude cusses up a storm. He would fit perfectly here on the Sports Fury.
Yeah, he was hilarious. And what was awesome is that you saw when he finally got some playing time. He really hasn't played at all. He finally got some playing time in the second half of the 4th preseason game. In the first drive, he was real nervous, and he wasn't throwing people open. He was more throwing it when they got open. It was just too late at that point. And they even said it: "You're throwing the ball too late." Second drive and later on, he got it going. He settled down, and you could tell his nerves calmed down. He had a couple of throws and did good.
Yeah, so that's pretty much what this season finale was all about. The roster cuts, and of course, everybody earning their stripes,
Yes.
those that made the cut. And I don't know, man. I wish they wouldn't put the stripes on the helmet. I think it looks better without them.
Helmets. I'm not gonna lie, it does. But the Browns are a very traditional team, so they're gonna stick with.
Then they should go back to their traditional uniforms. I like those traditional uniforms. Yeah, I like that.
Hey, we'll see, maybe. But another thing I want to point out, which we already knew, but they are keeping 3 quarterbacks on their roster. Baker Mayfield is the official backup, and Drew Stanton, who's a veteran, is going to be the 3rd stringer. So they did talk about that with him. They mentioned that. Also, I wanted to mention, because we talked about Nate Orchard earlier, but we didn't talk about how humble he was by taking some advice from Myles Garrett.
Myles Garrett, that was really cool. He approached him, Garrett, a younger guy, showing him, coaching him up, and the fact that he would be humble enough to take some notes from a younger dude
shows.
Even though Garrett is a monster, he's a beast. Some guys probably wouldn't want to
be like, I've been in the league for, you're still new.
Because Garrett was like, you ever thought about doing this or doing that? And he was like, nah, not really.
Yeah.
Well, let me show you. And he's like, okay, yeah. He's always open to, learning new things.
And
that's what you got to do.
That impresses me not just on Orchard's part, but Myles Garrett. It's only his 2nd year, and he's willing to go up to veterans like that and feel comfortable saying, hey, man, let me help you out. That shows leadership. And Myles Garrett, I feel like that he's going to be the leader of that team. So I love it.
So, that's it. It's over.
Yeah.
Hard Knocks is done. The NFL season is underway. Their first game, Week 1, against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Browns, they could possibly, upset right out the gate, because we don't know as of right now. This recording, Le'Veon Bell still hasn't signed his tender or anything like that. So,
and Josh Gordon's going to play.
Josh Gordon is going to play, but nonetheless, the Cleveland Browns entering this season, there's a lot of high hopes, and I completely get it. There's a lot of talent on both sides of the ball here. And I think there's a lot to be excited about if you are a Browns fan.
Yeah. So, you know what? I know they haven't been winning a lot, but they have a lot of promise this year, guys. May not be a playoff team this year. Give it a next year, and I'll say it. They might be a playoff team.
And hey, listen, there's that deal with those Bud Lights that are locked up or whatever.
Yeah.
So as soon as they win some games, they're gonna unlock that, and there's gonna be some free beers all around Cleveland. So
it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. So Cleveland Browns fans, you guys have a bright future.
Yeah.
Maybe it starts right here in this upcoming season. I think it will.
Yeah.
I think it will.
Yeah.
So good luck to you guys, Browns. We're all gonna be keeping an eye out on you guys. Tyrod Taylor or Tyrod Taylor,
whichever one.
I'm glad he's starting out, man.
Yeah.
I really like this dude.
Yeah, he's a hard worker.
Yeah,
hard worker. So we'll see. And
let us know you guys' thoughts on the season finale, these roster cuts,
below, guys,
and what you guys think of the Cleveland Browns entering this year, which is this Sunday, starting with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in each and every single week with us for these reviews for Hard Knocks.
We love doing it.
We love doing these. We started it last year. This is our 2nd year. And we look forward to doing it next year. Maybe next year it could be the Chicago Bears.
Calm down.
It could be the Bears, maybe.
It's going to be Cowboys.
All right, guys. We'll see you next year for Hard Knocks.
All right. Peace.